Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're not just going to talk about AI. We're going to make our AI do some real work for us. We're turning a simple chatbot into, well, an action hero, a personal assistant that can actually get things done in the real world.
All right, let's kick things off with something I think we can all relate to. That feeling of dread when it's time to do your expenses. You know what I'm talking about, right? You've got crumpled receipts, you can't remember what you bought, and it's just this massive, annoying chore.
So, the old way, right? It's all about hunting for those lost receipts and then mind-numbingly typing everything into a spreadsheet. But what if we could just flip that script completely? What if doing your expenses was as easy as snapping a photo or just having a quick chat with an AI on your phone?
I mean, we've all been there, staring at some messy spreadsheet, trying to figure out what that coffee stain on a receipt is covering up. It's just so manual, and not what we expect from tech these days. And that brings up a really big question. What if our AI could stop just talking about the problem and actually do something about it?
Okay, and this is where it gets really, really cool. We're talking about moving past chatbots that just spit out information. This is the whole idea behind what's called Agentic AI. It's an assistant that doesn't just chat, it acts. It actually gets things done for you.
But you know, for an AI to be genuinely helpful, it needs a way to interact with the world. It needs digital hands. It's got to be able to reach into all the apps we use every single day, our calendar, our email, our spreadsheets. The problem is, how do we make that connection? So here's the big roadblock. Imagine trying to teach your AI how to talk directly to Google, and then you have to teach it how to talk to Microsoft, and then Salesforce. It would be a complete nightmare. Each of these platforms speaks its own super complicated language. It's just not practical.
And that's where a tool like Zapier comes into play. Think of it like a universal translator. It's the one central hub that does all the hard work. So instead of our AI needing to learn thousands of different languages, it only has to learn one: how to talk to Zapier.
Zapier basically acts as this bridge. And in doing so, it hands our AI a whole toolkit of actions. Suddenly, it's not just a chatbot that can answer questions anymore. No, what we have now is something way more powerful. We have a real agent.
So yeah, we're officially past chatbot territory now. We're building a true agent. And what that means is we have an AI that you can give a goal to, you can give it a set of tools, and it will actually think, plan, and then use those tools to get the job done for you.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of how this actually works. And the best part? It is surprisingly simple. Seriously, you do not need to be a coder to pull this off.
It really just comes down to 3 key steps. First, you tell the AI its job in plain English. Second, you create the actual tool for it over in Zapier, like add a row to a spreadsheet. And third, and this one is super important, you give that tool a really clear name.
And that name, that is the absolute secret sauce. It's not about complex code. It's about simple, clear communication. If you name an action something logical, like add travel expense, the AI can actually figure out what it's for and when to use it, all on its own. A good name makes for a smart assistant. A bad name? You're just going to confuse it. Then, inside the GPT editor itself, the setup is just as easy. You basically just give it a special link from Zapier, which is kind of like a dictionary of all the tools it can use. Then you just tell it which specific actions you want to activate, like our new add_travel_expense tool. Okay, so we've built it. All the pieces are in place. Now for the fun part. Let's actually see it in action. This is that magic moment where a simple chat turns into a real task getting done. So we kick things off by giving our new custom-built GPT a simple prompt. And check this out, it's not just text. We're actually attaching a photo of an Uber receipt right there in the conversation. Now this is where the smarts come in. The AI isn't just looking at a picture. It's reading the text on the receipt. It's understanding the context of our request, and it figures out, aha, the goal here is to log an expense.
Then, it looks through the toolbox we gave it, finds that action we called add travel expense, and makes the decision that this is the right tool for the job. See, it's not just blindly following a script, it's making an intelligent choice.
And boom, here's the result. We didn't click anything, we didn't type anything. The information was just pulled straight from that photo and dropped perfectly into our Google Sheet. The vendor, the amount, the date, It's all there, instantly. Look, this expense tracker is an awesome example, but it's really just the tip of the iceberg. The same exact idea, this simple 3-step process, can unlock a whole universe of personal automation.
And when I say a universe, I'm not kidding. Through Zapier, you can give your AI access to more than 20,000 different actions across pretty much every popular app you can think of. The possibilities are, well, they're staggering.
So just think about your own day-to-day work. What are those repetitive little tasks you always have to do? You could build an AI to draft those standard emails for you, or one that schedules meetings right on your calendar, or maybe one that takes your quick notes and updates your sales software. Basically, if you can describe it, chances are you can build an AI for it.
So, the big takeaway here is this. The game has changed. You don't need to be a programmer anymore to build the exact software tool you've always wanted. All you need is the ability to clearly describe what you want done. So the only real question is, what are you going to build first?